Remember when Chris Bledsoe said that there would be a new knowledge that came to Earth near Easter of 2026? I think I know what it is. If you're one of those people who've been in my comments wondering about the connection between the UFO phenomenon and Germanic, Celtic, and Native American bloodlines, specifically Cherokee, this one's for you. I gotta say this for entertainment purposes only because I don't have the documents myself, but I have connected some really interesting dots. And I am really curious if this is the new knowledge. So it all started for me when Elizondo put in his book that all of the people inside of the government seeking access to the information about the UFO phenomenon all had Cherokee DNA or lineage before they were forcibly removed. The Cherokee lived in northern Alabama, northern Georgia, western North and South Carolina, southwestern Virginia, and Tennessee. Keep that in your back pocket. Scott Wolter on the Y-Files. I did a whole breakdown on if you want more details, go there. Discovered something related to the Templar Knights. So who are the Templar Knights? The rumor is that the Templar Knights, or the Poor Knights of Christ, were protecting the bloodline of Christ, the bloodline of Jesus and Mary Magdalene. And no, Mary Magdalene was not a prostitute. She was very likely Jesus's wife. She was certainly his equal. We know this through some of the Gospels that were never included in the Bible, including the Gospel of Mary herself. There are rumors that Mary escaped to the south of France and continued up with Jesus's children to Scotland. And it has long been held that these bloodlines survived in royalty like the Merovingian kings. It is also rumored that those Merovingian kings are associated with red hair, as is Mary Magdalene. Scott Wolter worked for years to verify the credibility of these journals of Henry Sinclair. If you have not seen the Y-Files episode number 6, please go watch that. Those journals eventually led him to the journals of John Weems Jr., who is an ancestor of Henry Sinclair. And that led him to maps and a discovery of a green jar that had coded documents written in Theban. Theban is a coded language that is rumored to have been used by the Templars to preserve their secret. And this journal alluded to the fact that Templar treasure and secrets were taken from Scotland during political unrest and moved to the Americas in the 1300s. They needed to protect this information from the Catholic Church, so they took it to the, quote, Western lands. Now, I'm about to do a huge video on this and the link between this bloodline and the Phoenicians and the Atlanteans, and they are incredibly seafaring. So they are very comfortable on the ocean, and it is not a big deal that they would have crossed the Atlantic many times. So apparently they took the treasure, they went to America in the 1300s, they established themselves there, they bonded with the natives through rituals, because their rituals were very similar, and marriage. This bloodline is pre-flood. Like I said, I'm doing a longer video on the Phoenicians and goddess worship and the sea and water and Rh negative and all of it. Please, please go. But when Scott Wolter said that John Weems Jr., the ancestor of Henry Sinclair, was deeded land in Tennessee, I about fell out of my chair. That's where the Cherokee were. There were some really famous chiefs and warriors of the Cherokee tribe that had red hair. Brian Bledsoe actually admitted on a podcast that members of the CIA and the intelligence community told him that they think his family is essentially a hybrid bloodline and that it has a relationship to King Arthur and other royalty. Recently on American Alchemy, Steve Colburn actually said that the Greys were abducting DNA of people who are Celtic, Germanic, and Native American. So if you have been interested in the phenomenon, and the phenomenon has been interested in you, and you are Celtic, Germanic, or Native American, specifically Cherokee, these are your ancestors, baby. They are ancestors. And if you want to get in touch with them, you got to start your meditation practice. And as of that tweet today, I feel a duty to tell you they have information and technology that can help us overcome this time specifically. So if you've never meditated in your life before, get on whatever platform you get your music on and find a free guided meditation for like 5 minutes and start today, because we are all needed. They have wisdom for us. What they're gonna try to tell us though is that this bloodline is bad and like red-haired giants like eat people and we are the fallen angels and like the Nephilim were devouring all of mankind. No, it's because we presented a huge problem for the control system on planet Earth. We don't like to follow bullshit systems. P.S. If you don't have this DNA, don't worry. The good news that Jesus was trying to tell you is that you can actually impact your own DNA. Do all the research you want. Joe Dispenza is very famous for this. If you want to see more from me, here. Happy New Knowledge Day.